The Art of the Steal by Ms. T. High. Holding court inside Easel Does It, world-famous art critic Percival Augustus Griddlethorne IV pats his gold scarf and peers through his monocle at the featured piece like an entomologist scrutinizing a rare grasshopper. In the gallery's midst, a dark granite male torso sits on a pedestal, demanding the observer's attention. The sculpture has a cabbage for its head, an asparagus spear for its left arm, and a celery stalk for its right arm. Finally, a prominent cherry-red heart-shaped gem is nestled where the model's cardiovascular muscles would be. A metal plaque reads, "A Heart of Stone." Griddlethorne rubs his pointy chin, pursing his lips while pondering the unsolvable riddle. Momentarily, he turns to address the modest audience, hands clasped behind his back. He rocks onto the balls of his feet.
What we have here is a cliché attempt at challenging the uniqueness of human emotion through the absurd.
He licks his lips like a sommelier sampling hooch before continuing.
For if a mere vegetabilis melishite may have a heart, what does that say?
A loud crash interrupts Griddlethorne as a man in black plunges through the skylight, showering the gallery with glass shards like stars falling in a field. He lands with a thud. The patrons scatter like chickens from a fox, searching for safety along the room's taupe walls. A woman exclaims, "Shizzle-fizz!" A man whimpers, "Mama!" The newcomer straightens his ski mask and looks around, unwinding rope from his waist. "Sorry about that," he says. "First time rappelling." He lets the rope fall.
Egads!
Griddlethorne rubs his hands together, a gleeful grin consuming his pale face.
Finally, the surprise performance piece.
He steps up to the pleather-clad man as he reaches for the sculpture's gem.
Tell me now, your artistic vision. Why rope?
Thick saliva coats his bottom lip like a layer of amber resin. The man's hand hovers over the gem. Say what now?
Your vision.
Heavy silence fills the room. The onlookers look on. The interloper's hand quivers. Vision? Well, I saw it, so... Griddlethorne prompts.
Perhaps the entrance by way of rappel represents an internal struggle. A struggle not unlike the juxtaposition seen in the art piece. A struggle between that which is organic and...
I just want the gem, man, the thief answers, snatching the jewel. He steps towards the doorway. Griddlethorne blocks the man's exit.
And what are you saying with this heist? What does it mean to you?
I'm saying move out of the way. The thief takes another step towards the gallery's exit. And it means I need money, dude. Griddlethorne grasps his arm.
Oh, yes. Indeed.
He looks around the room.
Ladies and gentlemen, behold the great struggle. The defalcator defalcates as a struggle against that which he sees as acquiescence to.
Hey man, I ain't defecating in front of these folk. Griddlethorne's mustache twitches.
Thieving thief, you don't give a shit, you say?
The crowd gasps, stunned. The robber takes the opportunity to run out of the room, Griddlethorne following, his scarf fluttering like a cape.
Stop! I must know your interpretation of this flight. Are you speaking to the futility of humanity's attempts to escape the baser instincts?
I'm just trying to get away, man. The thief yells back as he passes a watercolor painting of a hamster pawning his wheel.
From your pleasure-seeking id?
Attracted by the noise, security races into the area. Griddlethorne stops and shudders. Entranced, he watches and bites his tongue, intent on merely witnessing for a moment. What's going on here? The guard asks the handful of patrons milling about.
It's magnificent,
Griddlethorne ejaculates.
Such passion, such...
The gallery owner runs up. A man just stole a jewel from an important art piece. He's getting away. The security person steps around Griddlethong, breaking into a run, the critic following. Griddlethong zigs and zags, knocking over patrons young and old. The critic yells at the guard's back.
I must know if you are manifesting men's never-ending pursuit of justice, or perhaps it is about castigation?
Griddlethong's face reddens like the red heart, exertion painting his countenance. Guessing his way, he leaps over a display of a cucumber duct taped to a steel bathtub. Outside, the thief hightails it to his car. As he grasps the door handle, the security guard seizes him by his collar. Griddlethong runs up, panting like a puggle in heat.
Yes, the capture.
He licks his lips.
The culmination of availing oneself of ill-gotten gains.
He excitedly grips the security guard's arm, trembling in excitement. With the guard caught off guard, the thief frees himself, leaps into his vehicle, and not noticing the gem fall to the ground, drives off, barely missing Griddlethong's feet. Unfazed, the art critic continues his interview with the guard.
Will you now expound upon your artistic influence and what led you to?
The guard shakes his arm free and picks up the gem, then grabs Griddlethong's arm. No, but I will lead you inside for detainment for obstructing justice. Inside the building, a large crowd gathers in front of a gigantic fork, spoon, and baby spork. A red ribbon loosely ties the three utensils together. A thin man in indigo and white stripes and a top hat intones, "And now for tonight's special live performance, I present the
Egads."
Griddlethong freezes, his face reddening as reality dawns. He watches the cutlery lose the ribbon and dance, shock temporarily stopping his tongue. Images of the evening run through his mind like the thief moments earlier.
It was all real?
He whispers. Griddlethong mumbles.
The existential irony of my own improper ascertainment. But what is art if not a reflection of the ever-changing world we struggle to understand?
The baby spork giggles and waves at Griddlethong. He perks up and says,
Tonight stands as proof that the lines between art and life are indeed blurred on occasion. And now, art awaits.
Shrugging off the guard, the critic dances over to the performance, a rash of questions overflowing his brain. The end.